Hello, I'm Parisa Arsanjani. Welcome to my channel. In this session, I'm going to be teaching you a new yoga pose, and also it's been several months since I've been uploading teaching videos regularly and every week. And as you can see, the videos are not too long, so you have 1 week to practice with each teaching video. And I hope that you're experiencing a better feeling with all my videos and enjoy watching them. And also, I'll be very thankful if you subscribe to my channel. So the posture for today is called Kapotasana in Indian, or in English is called Pigeon pose. And in order to do this pose, we need a lot of stretching in the legs, especially on knee joints and also hip muscles, and as well as a lower back. So you need to have flexibility in your lower back as well to maintain this pose. And in order to do this pose, you can start it in different ways. You can either start it as you are sitting in Sukhasana, or you can start it with a downward facing dog. So just I will show you how to start it. But before we do this pose, you need to do warm up for your leg, because it's really important to first prepare for this pose so that you will not harm yourself. So I show you the pose first, and I will tell you how to do warm up, and also I will give you easy options as well. So I start with my left leg, and I'm starting in a sitting position first. So I need to turn my right foot outside, and left foot I need to face towards my left side and turn my left foot like this. And the main pose is to try to keep your knee and your ankle in one line. And then I use my hands and I press my hands on the floor to make my right leg straight like this. And I try to, like this, I try to bring my body in center of this pose. So as you can see, my back leg is completely straight, and my front leg also completely, my shin bone is in parallel with my mat. And also, as you can see, I have an arch in my lower back. And also in this pose, if you can, you need to inhale, lift your arms up, and exhale, hold this pose for a few breaths. And also you need to keep your hip in center. Do not lean to left or right side. And hold this pose for a few breaths, and exhale, get back to the same position. And then I'm gonna try it with my right leg as well. So right leg front, and I use my hand to adjust my pose to keep my body in center. And as you see, there is arch in my back. And inhale, arms up, and exhale, I look up if I can, and I hold it for a few breaths, and exhale, hands down. So in this pose, when you do it, you will feel a lot of stretching in your hip muscle, like the leg that is forward. So my right leg is forward now. I feel a lot of stretching in my left hip. So I need to make sure that I can handle this pose so that I will not harm myself. So this was how the pose looked like. And in order to do warm up, you need to first lie down on your back like this. And then I start with my left leg. You need to bring your left ankle on your right knee like this. And a lot of people who have very tight muscles, they usually feel stretching already when they just come to this pose. So but if you are more flexible, sometimes when you put your leg like this, you will not feel anything. So if you don't feel anything, you need to lift your right leg up and interlock your fingers and see if you feel stretching or not. You need to consider your own body, because each person is different. So make sure that you are not putting too much pressure on yourself. And also, because if you put too much pressure on yourself, you will harm your knee, just like I did. I actually had knee pain in the past, so you need to be very careful. And hold this pose here and see if you feel anything. If not, then take one step more and try to press your leg towards your chest more. So you have to see what your body feels like, because it's different in each person. And also you need to flex your ankle like this. And hold it for a few breaths. And then do the other side according to your body limit and body level. And then come back to the same position. And also, while you're doing this pose, if you feel like you can only do the warm-up and you cannot do the pigeon pose yet, it's totally fine. You don't have to do pigeon pose immediately after warm-up. So make sure that your body is ready for pigeon pose, because as I said, it's very sensitive and it can harm your knee in the future. And also there is an arch in the lower back, so you need to be very careful about that. And I'm going to show this pose to you, easy option as well. So I start again with my left leg. And the easy option is, okay, so this is the pose, right? The easy option is, if you're not able to hold your leg like this, you can bend it more. It's no problem. And try to keep your body in center. For me, I started like this in the beginning. And now every time that you practice, you need to just take one step forward and a little bit more until you can do like this. So it's no problem to do easy option. And also another option is to use block. So you can put the block under your hip, under your left hip if you're doing left leg, and then try to make this straight. If you're not able to make it straight, it's fine. And this is how you need to maintain your balance. Inhale, lift your arms up, and exhale down. Or if you're not able to keep it straight, it's no problem. More option, you can keep it bent like this and hands down. And I will do on my right leg as well. I turn my left leg back. So this is the pose. Easy option 1 is to bend your knee more and arms up, and exhale, hands down. Easy option 2 is to use block and sit on the block. Put the block under your front leg and then try to maintain your balance and lift your arms up. Inhale and exhale. Hands down and take the block out and get back to the same position. So this was the pose, and as you can see, I did it in a sitting posture. And as I said, you can do this pose from downward facing dog as well. So I'm just gonna show you. But actually, downward facing dog is difficult for many people who just started, because it needs a lot of stretching in the hamstring. But it's up to you. Just make sure that you are choosing the easiest option because you just started, and then try to make it more difficult. Try to challenge yourself. So this is downward facing dog, and as you can see, I am stretching my legs, and you can start it with downward facing dog. So I start with my left leg, inhale and exhale. Then you need to bring your left leg forward and then adjust your leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. And then another leg, right leg. I take my left leg back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg forward. And then I adjust my right leg. Try to keep it in the same line. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands down. And the last thing, if in the pigeon pose, because a lot of people, since it needs a lot of stretching, a lot of people bend to the side. So don't do it. You need to try to keep your body in center. That's why I told you you can use the block, because the block can help you to keep your body in center and not lean to the side. So make sure, this was the pose, so make sure that you are choosing the right posture. Make sure that you are doing the right posture, and it's okay to start with option. Don't worry, I also started with easy option and then try to go to the advanced option. Alright, so that's it for today's video. And as usual, I will end this video with a very beautiful and inspiring quote by Jay Shetty. Remember, at your best, you'll never be right for the wrong person. But even at your worst, the right person will remind you of your worth. Thank you very much for your time and for being with me today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And also thanks a lot for your kind comments, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing to my channel. Weekly, I upload videos about the topics that are categorized in the playlist. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye!